Good day everyone. Today we will tackle about teachers as curriculum leaders. Here are the objectives. Discuss the key roles of teacher leaders in curriculum processes. Discuss the importance of teachers as curriculum leaders in planning and evaluating instruction. Discuss the roles as curriculum leaders in the K-12 education program and identify ways to develop teacher leaders in curriculum. Key roles of teachers as leaders in curriculum processes. Teachers play an important role in almost all activities related to curriculum processes. They are the chief implementers of the curriculum as they are directly involved in the teaching and learning process. They are the catalysts of the development of individuals and society. They have strong passion for mission to make a positive difference in the lives of students. They see themselves as a key sources of knowledge and developers of skills and values that are imperative for human life. These rules are important in the education process. Being a curriculum leader allows every teacher to see themselves as prime movers and advocates of reforms at any level from local school, district, division, region, and national level. Curriculum leadership. Set of important roles and activities that each teacher does in relation to curriculum planning, curriculum design, curriculum implementation, and curriculum evaluation. In curriculum leadership, teachers are expected to innovate and develop curriculum that are relevant and responsive to the needs and context of the learners. In other words, teachers need to make activities and important instruction that are relevant to their subjects that they are teaching to the students. They serve as education ambassador to different stakeholders and they are advocates of various curricular reforms.
Roles of teachers as instructional leaders in local school content. Number 1 is designing instructional plan. To ensure that teachers are adequately prepared to meet the educational goal of all students. Selecting and developing instructional materials. Provide the core information that students will experience and learn. Accessing and reporting students' progress. Nilalayon ipakita sa mga mag-aaral ang pag-unlad sa silid-aralan at ipakita ang grado na nakuha ng mag-aaral sa bawat paksa. Designing learning environment appropriate for students. A good learning environment means that a learner's efforts should be recognized and shared with others. Selecting appropriate teaching strategies and approaches. Ang pagpili ng angkop na paraan ng pagtuturo ay nagbibigay buhay sa pagtuturo habang hinihikayat ang mga mag-aaral na aktibong makisali sa nilalaman at paunlarin ang kanilang kaalaman at kasanayan. Preparing reports and accomplishing official forms. It is to ensure the quality and consistency of learner information are among the critical activities conducted at the end of every school year. Guiding students in school life. Guiding students is one of the most important phases of a teacher's job. Supporting them at them today work are true important decision to shape a student's behavior and also instill enough discipline in them. Teaching subject assigned to them. To teach all students according to today's standards, teachers need to understand subject matter deeply and flexibly so they can help students create useful cognitive maps, relate one idea to another. Advocate positive curricular reforms to ensure quality of education. Example of this is the K-12 program. B. Broaden understand of the teaching and learning process. Example student is student-centered. This is A to Z roles and function of teacher's curriculum. Letter C. Conduct research to enhance curriculum and improve teaching and learning. Example are homework and note-taking. Letter D, develop appropriate curriculum for students. D, in developing a curriculum, teachers should offer real-world, challenging experiences that allow students to grow. Letter E, evaluate curriculum materials and the implementation of the curriculum. Example is direct observations of the learning environment. Next is G. Gather important data needed curriculum planning. Example is behavior data. I will include the letter F. Example is the 4 essential phases of the curriculum development process: planning, content and methods, implementation and evaluation, and reporting. H. Harness community resources in curriculum development. Discuss identifying needs, assembling resources, empowering students. I. Innovate curriculum and instruction. The best example of current curriculum innovation in the classroom are the use of smartphones during the class for students and the use of video presentations and quick quizzes while watching for teachers. Letter J. Justify the needed to innovate and develop curriculum. Determine the students' needs. K. Know every learner's needs, issues, and interests. Example is essential learning tools such as problem solving. Letter L. Lobby congressional support for bills that are needed for curriculum reforms. L. Contacting government officials. M. Manage curriculum implementation and curriculum change. Examples are lesson plans. N. Nurture creativity and critical thinking in the curriculum. Build brainstorming sessions. O. Orient teachers, students, parents, and other stakeholders on the new curriculum. O. Provide opportunities for all stakeholders and teachers to give input on the vision, mission, and plans. The next one is letter P. Provide updated knowledge on the subject they teach. P. Comprehension is the example. Next is Q. Qualify acceptable curriculum ideas and theories. Example is building self-confidence. R. Reflect on different researches that influence the curriculum. Jumpstart. This is a good all-around educational tool that offers fun classroom activities. Letter S. Select appropriate instructional strategies, methods, and strategies. Examples are journals. Letter T. Train teachers who will implement the curriculum. Example is build lessons. The next one is U. Understand implications, social issues, and social changes in the curriculum. Example is racial or ethnic issues. Letter V. Validate the contents of the curriculum. A short report from external reviewers is submitted to the Board of Accreditation. Letter W. Win support from stakeholders and government on needed curriculum reform by giving support to various school activities. The next one is letter X. Sing crossing out bureaucratic barriers to curriculum implementation. Lack of knowledge in curriculum issues. The next one is letter Y. Yearn for quality education through a relevant and responsive curriculum. Example is literacy. The last one is letter Z. Zero. Zero out irrelevant and erroneous curriculum contents and materials. For example, in social studies, the teacher may give a general overview of the history of science while covering the scientific revolution. The last one is instructional leadership. One of the function curriculum leaders, they may need to do the following: supervise the implementation of curriculum and academic standards, promote a school culture and climate conducive to the teaching and learning. Isang modelo ng pamumuno sa paaralan kung saan ang isang punong guro ay magtatrabaho kasamang mga guro upang magbigay ng suporta at patnubay sa pagtatag ng mga pinakamahusay na kasanayan at pagtuturo.
Teachers as curriculum leaders in instructional planning process. Train teachers and school staff. Example, in DepEd, they conduct seminars. Lead in the development of purchase of instructional materials. Prepare the school budget for instruction. Observe classes of teachers. In 1996, Racer and Dick developed an instructional planning model that presents a very logical of instructional planning. Identify instructional goals, analyze content, identify objectives, develop assessment tools, plan instructional activities, choose instructional media, implement instruction, revise instruction, analyze learners' characteristics. Emphasizes the importance of analyzing the content and the learners. Also, put emphasis on the development of assessment tools after identifying the objectives of the lesson. In the model, this includes the following instructional procedures: motivation, presentation of objectives, recalling prerequisite skills and knowledge, presentation of information and examples, practice and feedback, summary, assessment. Instructional media and other instructional material plays an important role in instruction. Teachers need to select the instructional media that can be used to help effectively implement the objectives of the lesson. Implementing instructions include the actual teaching and learning process. The last part of the process is the revision of instruction. In this process, the teacher will use the result of students' assessment in revising instruction. Teachers as curriculum leaders in evaluating instruction. Evaluating instruction is also an important function of teacher as a curriculum leaders. It is necessary for teachers to ensure that a curriculum is implemented as it was planned. In evaluating instruction, teachers need to look at the following procedures. Number 1, planning for the evaluation. Letter A, develop the purposes and objectives of the evaluation. B, determine the data and other information needed. C, set the timeline for the evaluation. Number 2, determine instructional evaluation design. Just like in doing curriculum evaluation, in instructional evaluation, the teachers will need to describe the following. A. Types of information needed for the evaluation. B. Sources of information. C. Methods for collecting the needed information. D. Methods for analyzing the data gathered. E. Timeline for conducting evaluation. Number 3. Develop instructional evaluation instruments. Letter A. Class observation guide. B. Checklist. C. Questionnaires. E. Interview guide. Number 4. Collect data. The teachers will collect or gather necessary data needed for the instructional evaluation. A. Focus group discussion. B. Interview with the students and teachers. C. Actual class observation. D. Examining samples of students' output. E. Examining assessment tools used in the classes. F. Checking the facilities and other instructional materials. G. Checking the lesson plans. H. Interview with principals and supervisors. Number 5. Analyze data. The teacher will analyze the data gathered and interpret results. Number 6. Report finding or the results of the instructional evaluation. During the actual observation of the classes, instructional evaluation could focus on the following aspects: appropriateness of the activities and strategies to the students and to the topic, active participation of students in performing learning tasks.
I will discuss the teachers as curriculum leaders in the K-12 educational reform. The Republic Act 10533, otherwise known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of the Philippines, includes a specific provision for teachers and principals to exercise leadership roles not only in instruction but also in curriculum. We are all familiar with K-12 because we are one of its product. The year 2018 to 2019 is the start of grade 11 and grade 12, the 2 years added in the basic education in the Philippines. Students, parents, especially teachers and school administrators face the considerable challenge of being a pioneer for this curriculum. The new implementation of this curriculum wouldn't be successful without the intensive training for the principals, teachers, and other school staff. They are expected to show exemplary leadership for the better outcome of this new curriculum. Teachers are expected to guide the students as K-12 is a learner-centered curriculum. And with that, they have to be media literate as K-12 is the curriculum designed for 21st century learners. Next is Republic Act 9155, known as Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, also specifies important provision wherein teachers play important roles to promote and protect the rights of every citizen to quality basic education. RA 9155 was all about principal empowerment through the development of leadership and principal goals, as well as local school-based management in this context of openness and local accountability. The purpose of this act is the suitability, importance, and quality of the education provided to satisfy a person's goal and aspiration as well as those of society. This act is to support and empower principals and schools heads to be miles away from the teachers. They need to be more advanced and have some important characteristic to be a good school head. An effective school head can lead the teachers and stakeholders to mold students to become an efficient citizen in the future. Next is teachers' empowerment is at the heart of K-12 education. With all the reforms and innovation in the K-12 education program, teachers need to view themselves as curriculum leaders performing the following function: ensures effective implementation of curriculum standards and competencies. Teachers are required to attend seminars, meetings, or demonstration for the implementation of the new curriculum. With the help of these programs, they can visualize if the curriculum will be effective and supply their curiosity and expectation about the newly implemented curriculum. Develop and evaluate curriculum materials that are appropriate for the students. Since the curriculum change, new strategies needed to be formed by teachers to have a practical implementation. As a teacher, we cannot use the teaching style used in the last curriculum, as they will not fit the needs of the students for this curriculum. Plan and evaluate. Develop assessment and evaluation tools to assess learning. Assessment and evaluation are essential to see the development of the students. It will also be the answer if the teaching style, technique, materials, and curriculum are valuable, and successful. Plan and evaluate curriculum. Teachers can only decide independently if they are familiar with the curriculum implemented. No matter how many ideas they have, there's a chance that they might not be related to the needs of this curriculum. Evaluating the curriculum is an excellent way to see what are the best styles and techniques to use. Plan activities that will help implemented the curriculum. K-12 is a learner-centered curriculum, so it is important to provide activities that release their skills and potential. Solicit support from parents and other stakeholders. Of course, it is also necessary to ask for opinions from the parents and stakeholders to ensure that student-friendly activities are safe and beneficial for them. Since the K-12 curriculum is a standards-based curriculum reform, all teachers are compelled to focus their attention on the following. Clarify of the standard. Teachers should know the ascendant that every student should learn in the curriculum. These standards are context, skills, and values or attitude that students need to learn and master. Visibility of performance measure. Teachers need to ensure that each curriculum standards shows visible outcome or performance. Consistency of communication. Teachers should effectively communicate the standards to students. For the K-12 curriculum, a standards-based curriculum, teachers must assess students' needs, weaknesses, and strengths to form effective material and styles. After evaluating, they can now see if the materials are helpful for the curriculum. Since it is a standard-based curriculum, standards teachers should have activities or discussion focusing on the students' values, content, skills, and attitude. Teachers as curriculum leaders in preschool. Republic Act 10157, otherwise known as the Kindergarten Education Act, integrate kindergarten education in the formal education system of the country. Before the school year 2011 to 2012, kindergarten education was not prerequisite to grade 1. It was more of a privilege for learners whose parents can afford kindergarten education for them. It was desirable but not mandatory. The Kindergarten Education Act now mandates all children aged 5 to enroll in kindergarten. A diploma in kindergarten is now a prerequisite to enroll in grade 1. Some of my classmates before didn't enter kindergarten as it is not a requirement to primary education, more likely a privilege for some, but after RA 10517 has passed, it is now mandatory to attend or start school at a kindergarten level. The Department of Education issued a curriculum to be implemented by all kindergarten schools in the country. This curriculum includes several domains that need to be developed among young children. The kindergarten curriculum includes the following areas: values education, physical health and motor development, social and emotional development, cognitive development, sensory perceptual motor development, mathematics, understanding of the physical and natural environment, understanding of the social environment, language, literacy, and communication. In the kindergarten, young children are exposed to some activities that can help to prepare for a higher level of education. Values education is important in molding young children. The values that they could learn will remain and still practice when they grow up. Communicating or playing with other children is good for physical health and motor development, and also for social and emotional development. These activities also include the cognitive development, which helps the student to learn how to communicate, think about a certain situation, or do a simple math like countings. Teachers as curriculum leaders in the elementary grade. Primary or elementary education is always regarded as the laboratory of life. As, as such, its primary goals is to develop the basic skills, literacies, and life skills that all learners need to be prepared for life. The subjects are designed to provide necessary information to help teamers understand the world and their roles, and develop necessary skills that they need in everyday life. The elementary curriculum is essential in helping every learner learn how to earn, become creative and critical thinkers, and to become builders of the society. This subject includes important knowledge, skills, and uses that all must learn to become useful citizens and effective leaders in this society. The roles of teachers in elementary grades are more challenging as they craft society's future. They need to learn essential values and skills at an early age. The difficult part of teachers in elementary grades is that students don't take the class seriously because their minds are occupied with playing games or watching cartoons. Usually, the attention span of an elementary student only lasts 5 to 10 minutes, so it is crucial to supply enough knowledge for them within these minutes. Teachers as curriculum leaders in junior high school. The junior high school program of K-12 includes grade 7 to grade 10 of the secondary level. It is entry point of students to the rigors of various disciplines in the areas of science, social science, mathematics, humanities, and applied disciplines such as home economics and vocational technology. The curriculum for junior high school follows the spiral curriculum design, enabling the learners to see the seamless connection of one topic to another at the horizontal and vertical levels. This means that spiral progression of content is observed in the scope and sequence of the curriculum. The teachers as curriculum leaders will need to master their disciplines and allow every learner to experience and examine the beauty of each discipline. Junior high school is where students start to be curious about the real world. Teachers need to balance teaching and discipline. It is important to explain things the students are interested. Teachers are expected to be patient and more understanding as these students from these levels are in the middle of adolescence and puberty.
Letter D. Teachers as curriculum leaders in senior high school. Senior high school is something new in the educational program for basic education in the Philippines. It was added basically to prepare the Filipino for global demands. It is part of the commitment of the country to make its educational system at par with global standards. The senior high school program is a 2-year education program added to the 10 years of basic education in the Philippines in senior high school. Students will choose their own track from academic track, technical and vocational track, and arts and sports track. The academic track has 4 specializations: humanities and social sciences, business, STEM, and general academic. This track aims to develop the following. First one is life and career skills. The second one is learning and innovation skills, information and media skills, communication skills. Okay, the government implemented the K-12 programs to enhance the educational system of the country in order to accelerate the mutual recognition of Filipino graduates and professionals across the world. The TVL track also provides students with subjects focused on job-ready skills. Ito yung nakakakuha tayo ng NC2 na pwede natin gamitin mag-apply ng trabaho after natin mag-graduate ng senior high school. This track also helps students who are financially challenged that cannot afford studying college. Imbes na mag-college sila, pwede na silang humanap ng trabaho because of NC2. The senior high school teachers will need to develop and implement lessons that are learner-centered, inclusive, and developmentally appropriate, culture-sensitive, contextualized, and pedagogical approaches that are constructivist, inquiry-based, reflective, collaborative, and integrative. So, in senior high school program, teacher plays a crucial role in developing the professional skills and attitudes of the students. Teacher as a curriculum leaders will plan, design, develop, and implement appropriate curriculum for the students. They are expected to innovate and take the lead in ensuring that the student will master the core standards, competencies prescribed by DepEd for senior high school program. Teacher as curriculum leaders of 21st century learning. The 21st century is marked with various changes and challenges brought by forces globalization, changing individual and social value system, economic situation, political issues, cultural diversity factors, massive influx of information technology, environmental issues, and the increasing amount of information made available to the public. These factors demand that education must innovate and reshape itself to the needs and challenges of the people and the society. So, these are factors that demands the education must innovate and reshape itself to meet the needs and challenges of the people and the society. Teachers as curriculum leaders plays an important role in this endeavor. They need to develop new curriculum materials, and new instructional designs that will prepare the learners to meet the needs and demands of 21st century learning. Teachers need a lot of professional and personal updating. Learning in the 21st century will need teacher who possess a high degree of technological pedagogical content knowledge or TPCK. Teachers will teach millennial learners who were born in an era where information technology is leading and shaping the renaissance of the society. So, teachers need to update themselves for the learners to meet the needs and demands of the society. Middlewood and Wharton, 2001, noted that the 21st century teaching and learning would need a completely new paradigm of learning. Okay, a paradigm is a set of theories and assumptions that comprise a worldview or develop framework that informs action. This new paradigm of learning focuses on developing the following: critical thinking, creativity, communication skills, and collaboration. There are several developments which have significantly influenced curriculum development and teaching and learning in the 21st century. The first one is increasing discoveries on how the human brain works. The second one is idea of learning styles and thinking preferences. The third one is ICT integration in education. The last one is development of learning organizations. This represents on how the teachers of 21st century improved their teaching style for their learners to cope up easily with the lesson. One of the challenges of the 21st century learning to curriculum leader is to develop habits of mind among the learners. Costa and Calic 2009 identified the following habits of mind. First one is be independent thinkers, think before they act. Be more self-motivated, be more inquisitive, pay attention to detail, take pride in work, be more diligent and persistent, enjoy working through the work, think for themselves, not always follow another's lead, generate their own thoughts, be self-directed, uses strategies of problem solving, transfer knowledge and apply to new situations, have confidence, be able to take a risk, supports answers so that they can show evidence of their thinking. Communicate with each other, work it out together. Exercising curriculum leadership in selecting textbook and other instructional materials. Teachers should be empowered to select the textbooks and other instructional materials that they use in their classes. In some schools, teachers are enjoined to participate in the textbook selection process. However, in many schools, the administrators are the ones selecting the textbook for school. It is the importance of the textbook and other instructional materials. The textbooks helps the teachers and learners in this regard. In 2015, the Department of Education developed a framework for developing and selecting textbook and other instructional material. The framework prescribes that a textbook and instructional materials are aligned to the K-12 curriculum. The textbooks and other instructional materials should follow the curriculum standards and competencies prescribed by the K-12 curriculum. Contain expert system of knowledge. Authors that are expert in their fields should write the textbooks and other instructional materials. It is also important that the contents of the instructional materials are accurate and up to date. Developing teachers as curriculum leaders. Curriculum leaders are trained and developed. They are products of different in-service and pre-service teachers' education programs. They also develop their skills from their teaching experiences and encounter with great teachers. They are products of mentors and they are formed by supportive professional work environments. There are few important factors that need to be considered in the development of teachers as curriculum leaders. The first one is teacher empowerment. Teachers need to be empowered to make important decisions, solve problems, take actions, and innovate in their own school and classes. Number 2, efficient system. Teachers need to work in an efficient working environment. They need to be part of a system that is collaborative, professional, and effective. Number 3, mentoring system. Teachers, especially the neophyte teachers, need mentoring from effective and model mentors. Number 4, administrative support. At any level, teachers will need full support from the administration, especially when they want to innovate or develop good programs for the school and for their students. Number 5, learning community. Teachers must experience to work in a learning community where all behave as professionals, avoiding any forms of professional jealousies and free from insecurities. Teachers need to learn from and share best curricular and instructional practices to each other. Reflections on teachers as curriculum leaders. Teachers are considered curriculum and instructional leaders in various levels of education. As curriculum leaders, they perform different roles and functions that are essential in planning, design, development, implementation, and evaluation of the curriculum. A. They provide technical support in curriculum planning. B. They design curriculum from basic education to higher education. C. They help develop the curriculum content and activities including assessment tool. D. They implement the curriculum in various capacities as administrators or as classroom teachers. E. They help evaluate the curriculum. F. They help evaluate curriculum innovations. Instructional leadership is one of the functions of teachers as curriculum leaders. A. Supervise the implementation of curriculum and academic standards. B. Promote a school culture and academic standards. C. Communicate the philosophy, vision, and mission of the school. D. Train teachers and school staff. E. Lead in the development or purchase of instructional materials. F. Prepare the school budget for instruction. G. Observe classes of teachers. H. Check assessment tools, exams, and authentic assessment.